Dreams are the most mysterious and unknown side of our lives. Some people call them the parallel reality, while others name them the explosion of imagination. Personally, I don't know what they are, but I'm sure that our dreams have some hidden power. Do you agree with me? My name is Abby, and I am the person who sees prophetic dreams almost every night. Is it easy to live with this? And what is the price of having such a gift? And is it a gift at all? Now I will tell you everything from the beginning. I can't say exactly at what age I, or rather my parents, discovered this ability in me. In fact, they were the first to be afraid of my predictions. Why were they afraid? Well, I was talking not only about positive events that were about to take place. At that age, it was difficult for me to differentiate between good and evil, so I described everything that I saw. For example, one day I told my dad that in a dream I saw how he had an accident, and this is what happened that day. His car skidded on a snowy road and crashed into a fence of a house. Fortunately, Dad was not injured, but I warned him about this. After that, my parents became very attentive to my predictions. Also, every morning, teachers in the kindergarten asked me what I had seen in my dreams the night before. At that moment, I did not attach any importance to this, and it was something like a game for me. Only after some years, I realized that my dreams were prophetic, and everything that I had said came true. Once I told one of the teachers that she would find a lot of money on the road, but then she would cry because of this. And so it happened. That very day, on her way home, she found a bundle of dollar bills and bought expensive earrings with this money. A week later, robbers noticed those earrings and attacked her in the entrance hall, tearing her earlobes. It means that it happened just as I had said. She found the money and then shed a lot of tears because of this. However, I think that if all my predictions had been so frightening, then many people would have asked me to keep silent and not tell anyone about my dreams. Most often, I told about the good events that were about to happen. For example, pregnancy, promotion, an important meeting, or a win. In elementary school, my classmates didn't take my predictions seriously. I told them who was in love with them, what gift they would receive from their parents, and what mark they would get the next day. We all had fun, and I also learned to filter my dreams. I realized that sometimes it's better not to talk about something bad, at least not to spoil the mood of classmates. As we got older and smarter, my popularity also raised a little bit. Well, a little bit is putting it mildly. I became the most popular girl in the class, and then at school. At that moment, I was telling people not only about the marks they would get on a certain day, but about the questions that they would get during the exam, or who would go to the blackboard in the next lesson. Do you understand how vital this information is for school children? Everyone wanted to be friends with me, because in their dreams, people often see those who are close to them. But I physically could not communicate with everyone. Well, apart from that, constantly listening to stories about other people's problems is not a very pleasant way to spend time. My classmates began to believe that if I know what is bothering them, then this is what I will see in my dreams. That is, I become a trash can for releasing negative emotions. Regardless of anything, I wanted to be of service. And I was useful not only in giving tips on studying, I tried to warn others about the upcoming troubles so that they could change something. For example, one day I told my classmate that I had a dream in which she was injured in a shootout, but I didn't know when this would happen. She laughed and said that we did not live in the ghetto to get into such troubles, but still promised to be careful. At the end of the lessons, her chain was torn and it fell to the floor. I remembered that in a dream, a similar event occurred before the shootout, so I told her that she had better stay in school. She felt uneasy and decided to go to the school cafeteria after classes to drink a cup of iced tea. It turned out that while she was in the cafeteria, there really was a shootout between the robbers and the police near her house. If she had gone home a few minutes earlier, nobody knows how this could have ended for her. I was glad to have been able to save her. Since I could not control my dreams, I could not always tell any person what was ahead of him or her. At such moments, disappointed classmates were angry and mad at me. They began to sincerely believe that predictions were my holy duty. Nothing helped. Even when I tried to convince them that it was not my bad temper that prevented me from telling about my dreams. That is, I became not only the most popular girl in school, but I also became the most hated one. After some time, the situation became even worse. When I tried to warn someone about a future failure, for example, about a bad mark in some subject, and then this came true, I often observed negative reactions in response to my actions. People started telling me that everything would have been fine if it weren't for me. They also said that it was I who was the reason for failures. In that situation, I totally lost the desire to share my dreams with someone, and I decided to keep silent. Almost all false friends were angry at me because of this, and soon they even completely stopped talking to me. It hurt, but I understood that I couldn't do anything because I would be bad for everyone in any case, no matter if I would tell about my dreams or not. This turned out to be some kind of vicious cycle. However, there were also several people who still asked me to predict their future for money. Well, money is always useful, so I agreed. But soon my clients refused to pay for bad forecasts as they wanted to hear only good things. I tried to filter the information again and stop talking about negative dreams. However, I found myself in a vicious circle again, where in any case I remained guilty as I was accused of hiding bad events that were going to take place. All in all, I was tired of this and regretted that I had made my gift public, turning it into my own pain. At school, everyone started laughing at me and called me a witch. From a popular girl, I turned into an outcast, and friendship with me became a shame. So I had no friends left at all. I decided to talk with my parents so that they would move me to another school where I could start everything from scratch. I decided that no one there would know about my abilities, and I would be equal with anyone else. My parents supported me, but said that I needed to finish the academic year at my old school. At that moment, I had to study there for another 2 months. It seems that this was not a huge amount of time. It was possible to endure all that. But my classmates started treating me worse and worse, as if I had actually done something bad to someone. During breaks, they could sweep my leg or push me, as if doing it accidentally. It became unbearable to spend time at school. I began to count the days until the end of the school year. If it had been possible to stop attending school, I would have done it the next day. But in this case, teachers would have held me back a year. Some time ago, I had a dream in which all the students were poisoned in the school cafeteria. Moreover, this was going to be not a regular melee, but something very serious, because everyone was to be taken out of school by ambulance. In this dream, my classmates had exhausted faces of green and gray colors, and all of them were screaming. Well, it could have been called a nightmare, if it weren't for one but. My dreams were always prophetic. When I woke up, I wanted to tell everyone about this dream. First of all, to prevent it from coming true. I opened our school chat and started typing a message, but suddenly decided to look at what my classmates wrote there before. I immediately saw an insulting meme with my photo, which had been made by my classmate, and the rest of the people laughed at it. Here we are. I felt very upset and decided that since they did not need my advice, and what's more, made fun of me, then I'd let them be poisoned. At first, these people used me, pretending that their selfish goals were part of our friendship. Then they united against me and started trolling me. Why should I help them? I want to teach them a lesson. Maybe they will learn something from the situation with poisoning. Maybe they will understand that they were wrong about me. But at the same time, I don't want anyone to suffer because of my pride and stubbornness, if I may call it that. Well, this is all about health, Maybe I should be kinder and at least try to prevent mass poisoning at school. In a best-case scenario, they will listen to me. In a worst-case scenario, they will laugh at me again. I don't know what to do. I think I'm confused. There was kind of a struggle between good and evil inside of me. Help me make the right choice. Do you think I should tell the students of our school about my dream, or remain silent, and most importantly, protect myself from poisoning? What would you do in my shoes? I will be grateful for your answers in the comments below this video. Also, click on the thumbs up button and be sure to subscribe to our channel.